ZMB All Zombie Radio.
Hello, and welcome to The Evidence Board, a high potential case companion show. What? I don't remember. The name for this is too freaking long. Like I can remember. Like I can remember anything ever. Anyway. Anyway. Hi. Kira will be here in a minute. I assume she's just getting the kids ready. This is not showing that we're live. So let me see if I can get this connected to YouTube. Okay, now it's showing that we're live. Whew. Whew, what a relief. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. All right, High Potential episode Season 2, episode 7, entitled The One That Got Away. When a priceless painting is stolen in a museum heist, Morgan and Karadek team up with an art recovery expert to unravel a tangled case and fierce ownership battle. Soto is determined to uncover the secrets hidden inside Roman's backpack. Ooh, spooky. It's so funny because this is Halloween week, but they did their Halloween episode last week. Okay, so let me pull up. Well, yeah, I'm like, where do we go from here? Hold on. All right. Here we go. Okay. Episode 7, the one that got away, was directed by Nancy Hauer and written by Mark Halsey. It aired earlier this week on October 28th, Tuesday. And the ratings, we did dip back down. But it was a busy week. It's Halloween week. I'm sure people had tons of stuff going on this week, parties, trick or treating, all sorts of stuff. And so we're at it's still a very strong 4.02. So nothing to turn our noses up at. It's just we were on an upward trend. And now we dipped down a little bit. Hey Marcus, thanks for being here. All right. So Morgan and Karadek are forced to investigate the theft of a high value painting alongside quote unquote art recovery expert Reese Eastman. What was that sound? Was that my phone? No. What was that sound? That was weird. Okay. I thought Kira had joined, but it's just like a weird. I don't know what that was. Anyway. Who works for the owner's insurance company. Captain Wagner steps in to take control of the case after Morgan and Eastman enter the crime scene without police supervision. Naughty, naughty. Reese receives a ransom demand for the painting, but Wagner decides to sideline him and Morgan. The captain and Karadek butt heads while attending the rendezvous, and the ransomer gets away. Meanwhile, Ava reaches out to Arthur to ask about her dad, while Soto looks into the contents of Roman's backpack. Okay. This Oh, that was terrifying. My screen just went black. That was so scary. Okay. So, our characters of the week are there were some pretty fun ones. Okay. Yeah, I guess it was her. Okay. So, we had our regular cast of characters. Caitlin Olsen as Morgan Gillory, Daniela Sunhata as Adam Karadek, Javicia Leslie as Daphne Forrester, Denise Achtenes as Oz, Amir J as Ava Sincera, Matthew Lamb as Elliot Radovic, Steve Howie as Nick Wagner, and Judy Reyes as Selena Soto. For our weekly characters, we've got quite a few people. So we have played by Joel De La Fuente, which here I'll just go ahead and screen share so you guys can see this. Nope, not that one. This one. Here you go. Joel De La Fuente's Greg Forrester, which you may recognize this guy. He's a that guy. He's the one of the most that guys of any that guy I've ever seen. Let's take a look at his acting creds, shall we? because it's going to be a lot. I've seen this guy in so many things. And I'm so excited because he was recently in Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. He was Lasang, and he was great. But obviously, he was in a high potential. We can see he was in an episode of FBI. He was in several episodes of Daryl Dixon, which was great. He was in several episodes of My Adventures with Superman. Let's see, Good Doctor. He was in. He was in Wastelanders Wolverine. Oh, he was in Evil. Interesting. He was in Devils, Power Book 3. Excuse me, I keep like hiccuping. The Blacklist, Man in the High Castle. He was, oh yeah, he was in Man in the High Castle. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Madam Secretary, Limitless, Bloods, Hemlock Grove. Hemlock Grove is an underrated series, by the way. Hawaii Five-O. You can see a lot of procedurals on here. SVU, obviously. Rescue Me, also a great show. You can see Nurse Jackie. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Okay, I didn't even recognize him for this, but Lieutenant Ruben Morales from SVU is on a lot of episodes of SVU. So he's been around the block. He's been around the block. So kind of a fun face to see. Stephanie Styles. Stephanie Styles, who are you in this? I don't remember. Maybe she had one line. I don't recognize her. John Piper Ferguson is also credited again. I'm not really sure why. Let's go ahead and take a look at Linda Foster, played by Trisha O'Kelly. Another that guy, if I've ever seen one. She's been in a ton of stuff. A ton of stuff. Okay, so and as you can see, like tons of listing. Good Girls, 911, the reboot of Saved by the Bell, The Rookie. Let's see, Mixed-ish. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Fun when we see that. Super fun when we see that. Here's our friend Kira. She's here. She's here. We're going through I already went through ratings. It did take a little bit of a dip, but still high. 4.02, I think I said, or 09.
Okay.
02. Right now we're going through the cast for this episode. So I already talked about the guy who played Lasang in Daryl Dixon, who played the husband in this one, Foster.
Yes.
So now we're going through Mrs. Foster. So yeah, it's always fun to see these It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia connections, but she was in that. She was also in the Mick. So like her and Caitlin Olsen are clearly close in some degree. AP Bio is another alum from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So funny that she did all three of those shows. Baby Daddy, which is a great show. It's so bad, but it's so good at the same time. You should watch it if you haven't. Two Broke Girls, Mom, Selfie, lots of sitcoms. She's very much a sitcom actress. 2.5 Men. I remember her intensely from New Adventures of Old Christine. Great in that show. She plays Marley. She's one of Christine's like frenemies in that show. It's good. Which The New Adventures of Old Christine is Julia Louis-Dreyfus. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's very funny. Very, very funny. Malcolm in the Middle, Gilmore Girls. Yeah, I forgot about that. She was in Gilmore Girls. CSI, she was in Las Vegas. If you remember that show. It's been a while since I watched Las Vegas.
I was obsessed with Las Vegas.
It was a pretty good show, I have to say. And who was it that was in it? And Nikki
Josh
Cox?
Duhamel.
Is that who it was?
Oh.
No, the girl. Was it Nikki Cox? Is that who that is?
What was her name?
The redhead.
Was that her name?
I know, it's Nikki something, I feel like. Anyway, it's not important. It's not important at all right now. Jack and Jill, once again, Rude Awakening, The Pretender, The Hughleys. Shout out. Love that show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, love that show. Suddenly Susan, Frasier. I mean, we're going back now into the 90s. She's been around. Um, so that was kind of fun. There were some other smaller that we'll kind of get into, but next I want to talk about Reese Eastman. Okay. Played by Aidan Turner. I did not recognize him. Did you recognize him?
Wait, Aidan Turner. Who is that again?
Reese, the art guy,
Oh,
the
yes,
collection
I did actually
specialist.
recognize him. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, India. Okay. So he has been in a few things. He was that was voice acting. He was in The Sandman, but as a voice actor. He was in an episode of Satisfaction.
Yeah, I'm trying to
He
think of
was
why I know him
he was in an episode of
particularly.
Agents of Shield, but like it was only one episode. I don't recognize him. It looks like he's best known for All My Children. Oh, dude, he was in All My Children a lot.
And that's why I know him.
He was on 502 episodes of All My Children.
Yep, that's why I know him. I'm like, I know this
He's
guy from somewhere. My mom
Aiden.
was
Aiden
obsessed with.
Devane.
Yep.
India says this episode had me disliking the captain even more. I don't know, girl. We've got to get into it. There's some serious stuff to talk about. Okay. All right. So we've also got some random other people that were kind of in this. We've got a guard played by Adams. We've got this fabulous gallery worker who was like, I don't know. He really like took over the screen when he was on. Reggie De Leon. And then we've got the Weissmans, which I would like to talk a little bit about. The guy who played Ari Weissman looked very familiar to me, John Abrahams. Rita Zohar played Miriam Weissman, the grandmother. She is Ukrainian.
Oh,
She was born in Balta. She has been in a lot of stuff too. She's been around as well. So you can see some TV series, some movies. I want to get into some things that we might recognize her from. Oh, she was in a couple episodes of Days of Our Lives. She was on Monk. She was on CSI New York. She was on Cold Case. She was on Jag. She was on ER. She was on Seventh Heaven. Um, she's a that guy in her own right. She was also
yeah.
in Waterworld. I have to confess something. I am obsessed with the movie Waterworld.
I don't know that I've seen it.
That's a travesty, honestly. You should watch it. It's so weird and good. Anyway, India said, I get Morgan did something reckless, but the way he yelled at her and made it a point to chew her out in front of everyone made me piss. Like, what was the reason? Girl, we'll get into it. You're going to be mad at me too. Because actually, I side with the captain on this one. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. We'll talk about it in a minute. Don't leave. Okay. So we've got John Abrahams, who again looks super, super, super familiar to me. And I know why now. He was in Scary Movie.
Oh my goodness.
That's why he looked so familiar to me. Okay, he is a horror actor at heart, it would appear, because he played in Terrifier 3. Okay. He's done some other stuff, but you can see he also did Apparition. Let's see. I got to get back into the 2000s here to see more of his. Yeah, he was in House of Wax. That's right, House of Wax, the remake with Paris Hilton in it.
Horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. He was in Scary Movie as well. Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff, but oh! How could I forget? Lest I forget. He was in the horrifying movie Kids.
What the heck is that?
You've never seen Kids?
Mm.
Okay. Kids. Uh, uh, Kids is I cannot describe to you how much this movie scarred me. I watched this when I was in high school, maybe a little bit after. When did this come out? 1995. Nope, I watched it in high school then. Um, this was meant to be like you can see from this like little trailer that's playing that it's like honest and relentless and a wake up call to the world. This was meant to be like a gritty, like this is what it's like for kids on the street kind of thing. Like this is what it's really like for kids. And it is horrifying, and so many bad things happen in this movie, and everybody is horrible, and
Well,
I
now I
hate
know
it.
why I didn't see it. I was
Oh my
14 when it
gosh.
came out, and my mom was probably like, absolutely
Oh,
not.
yeah,
Even though
no,
she
you should.
allowed me to read all the Stephen King I wanted.
Well, you were reading. That didn't count. No, it was horrible. Anyway, and then obviously Mekhi Phifer was in this episode again, and I have to
Hmm.
say, okay, let's get into talking about it now. Were you or were you not terrified that Mekhi Phifer was gonna die?
Oh, yes, I was. I
Okay,
was
I
like, if
felt
they do this to me right now.
yes. I Is kids like today's Euphoria or no? You know what? That's a really good okay, like,
Mm.
Kids is like Skins or Euphoria, but I promise you, somehow worse. Something happens in that movie that I have never been able to get over. I like, I just it's so bad. Anyway, that was a question that India asked. That's why I was saying that. Um And he also said, "I like the reunion of the Mick with, the woman who played Linda Foster and Caitlin." I like that too. Um, so yeah, so I was very scared for Mekhi Phifer. I mean Arthur. Especially when he was on the phone with Ava,
Yeah, me too.
is when I was, like, really fearful that something was gonna happen.
And besides the fact that I'm really, really, really liking his character right now for some reason.
Well,
Like for
I think we have a soft spot for Mekhi Phifer, and I think that's
Mhm.
okay. I think that's okay.
But
Girl, are you
also
still in the
like
car?
so if we came back out to the
I'm like, "Wait a second, why is it so dark? Is that a
we're
street
back
light
in the
behind
car.
you?"
We're like teenagers. We're back in the car.
Oh, that's fine. You guys necking or something? Because 'Cause we're doing a
No.
show, so it's a little bit weird. Um, yeah, I think it's okay for us to have a soft spot for him. It's okay. Doesn't have to be Arthur. It can be Mackay.
But also
We can
like
just love him.
for Ava's sake, I was like, y'all, I swear y'all better leave this guy alone.
I know. Well, I am fearful that something's gonna happen. One, here's why. This is a two-parter episode. A little scared. I'm a little bit scared. Obviously,
Yeah.
because the crime did not wrap up at all.
Right.
At all. There was no to be continued thing at the end of you just know that we're coming back to it.
Mhm.
Um, oh, yeah, India says, "I like that Arthur is the best friend of Roman." It adds a cute detail. Yeah, I
Mhm.
do like that he can give you a little bit of insight to who Roman was, like, as a kid, like, as a teen and stuff, like, growing up. Um, yeah, I am very fearful that something's gonna happen to him. I the car that was tailing him is a concern to me. And I didn't love that Morgan just, like, got off the phone.
Yeah. Like, "Oh, if something's wrong, just contact the police." Like, what?
Well, and literally, there is a reason that Roman left, and he's Mackay. Arthur is telling Arthur is telling you that Roman left for a reason and that he doesn't trust the police. Like, can't you put those two things together?
Mhm.
You're smarter than that.
And now the captain wants to know.
Yeah. Yeah. India says also had a feeling with the reveal of the thief because I just felt he was nosy, so I was sus. Girl, from the second he was introduced, I was like, he did it.
Mm.
He did it. Most episodes I like can't tell who, but as soon
Yeah.
as he was introduced, I was like, international art collector? Yeah, right. You did it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
did it. But here's my theory. Are you ready? Are you ready? Brace yourself. Okay. He did it, but he returns the art to the people it was stolen from.
What the? So he's just doing it to get the thrill of stealing it.
I think he's doing it to right wrongs because when
Oh, the
Morgan's
original owners of the oh.
yes, correct. Because when Morgan states that the art should be given back to the Weismans,
The yes.
The Weismans instead of the Joneses. I don't remember. Anyway, the Fosters instead of the Fosters. He says, "No, I agree with you," before he gets like cut off. And so I felt like, okay, they made him too likable, so he's not going to be a bad guy.
Mhm.
But what if he's taking the art and returning it to the original owners that it was like stolen from, when there was like war? That's
That
my
would make
theory.
sense.
That's
That
my
would
theory.
actually, and it's messy enough to be so interesting because she is romantically interested in him.
Well, and she's going to feel bad because like he's doing the right thing, but he's doing it the wrong
Mhm.
way.
Mhm.
And obviously he's going to have to leave. So it's like this isn't going to like wrap up here. He's going to like take off. He's going to have to. Probably in like the middle of the night, maybe after they like get together,
Mhm.
or, whatever. I think it'll kind of go that way. India says, I still feel like the captain has some relation with what happened with Roman and the whole case of it. I just don't like how the captain is going about it. I I don't know. Something about the captain makes me think that something is a red herring there. It's like too forced. Does that make sense?
Honestly, the biggest thing I took out of this episode with the captain
Mhm.
is when, in his own weird way, he was trying to explain how he cares about her and the rest of the squad.
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay, he obviously cares about her.
Mhm.
I felt like he said that, like, and the rest of you, and that applies to the rest of you. I think he said it to like save face
Well, yeah, it was kind of an afterthought.
because it seemed like inappropriate that he had said that. And I was like,
Mhm.
what's going on with this? Like, does he know her somehow?
He definitely came there 100% wanting to know her.
Yeah, but why? I don't know. I don't maybe the captain isn't a bad guy. Maybe the captain is trying to protect Roman and her. Like maybe Roman told him all about her and he's like trying to protect her now.
Could be, because I think they want us to think the captain is a bad guy, but I just
Something about it doesn't feel quite right. It feels too forced.
yeah.
Andy says also, I can respect your view on why the captain is in the right. I just don't get good vibes from Nick. Even when he kicked her off the case, just got more and more messy. I I can like I see what you're saying because like in the moment you're like, dude, that was really inappropriate. But like she has been talked to. We're in season
Numerous
2.
times,
We're in
yeah.
season 2. She's been talked to so many times about how inappropriate it is to do stuff like that. And she had gone out of her way to correct her behavior in order to because she respects Karadek so much. And the second she's away from Karadek, she just does whatever she wants.
Yeah,
That reflects so poorly on Karadek. It could hurt Karadek in Karadek's position, ultimately. Because she's just a consultant. She'll just get fired.
and then for him to turn out to be the thief, and she did
Bro,
that.
I know. So he sent himself the ransom message is wild. Is absolute like like lest you forget, he sent that to himself. It's
Yeah, he's
crazy. Is
yeah.
crazy. Andy says he could be a red herring, but at the moment he's rubbing you the wrong way. It's reminding me of the fake Jamie plot device. Um Durga says, back for a show I know nothing about. in the background listening. Durga, I think you would like the show. I think you should watch it.
I do too. I
I think
really,
you should
really
watch
do.
it. Yeah, it's really good. I have a question, Durga. Did you watch Psych? Did you watch Psych? I need to know. Oh, Miss Gleek is India, by the way. I don't know why it doesn't show your names, like your input names anymore. It just gives me your actual screen names now.
Mm-hmm.
So weird. Nobody likes the update, YouTube. Nobody likes it. Okay, you know what I haven't done yet? I haven't done the article.
Oh.
I got so heated. I like really needed to talk about my theory. Okay, hold on.
You didn't? Oh, well, you have some assignments.
I didn't watch Psych. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that was going to be my like my selling point. I can't sell you on it if you haven't watched Psych. If you haven't watched Psych, I can't sell you on it. I'm sorry.
Look, now I'm gonna be convincing you to watch Psych.
Psych is important. It's an important piece of media. I do watch Poker Face. Is it similar? Oh, yes, actually. It is similar to Poker Face. Poker Face is good. It is similar to Poker Face, except it's got. So the reason I compare it to Psych is because, well, one, all three of those shows have the same concept of like a really high cognitive thinking person. But the reason that I compare it to Psych instead of Poker Face, because Poker Face is great and this is really similar, and there is an overarching background case like in Poker Face,
Mm-hmm.
is because there are more mentions to popular culture in Psych and in High Potential. And also High Potential does this goofy thing now where they do these like little cutaway scenes, which I've really come to love. The cutaways where it's like it's like Morgan's brain and it gives you like this weird little cutaway of like her thinking, but it like acts it all out. It's very interesting and I really 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 enjoy it. And that is not Psych because we didn't see that in Psych, but it's a very similar style of comedy. So that's why it reminds me of that. Poker Face is great. Okay. All right. So Jenny Richardson, or a girl at Collider, has been writing articles after each episode. And this week's is entitled High Potential Season 2, Episode 7 Review, the mid-season finale's cliffhanger ending. Completely shocked me in the best way. Wait a second. Oh my God, the show doesn't come back till January. What? I'm finding this out in live time, you guys. Are you serious? This is happening in real time. I didn't
I
know
don't know
that
if y'all
because
can see my mouth is agape.
I can't. You're in the dark. I can't. No. Okay, so because we haven't like I haven't got the dates like ahead of time, I had no idea that this was the mid-season finale. Girl. All right, Durgy, you might be getting what you want because she wanted us to do the Devil in Disguise. Right? Is that what you said? The Devil in Disguise? Is that what it is? A winter hiatus until January?
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That is actually crazy. Okay. I need to move on. Let me just get through the article and then we'll talk about this. Oh my God. Okay.
Have you been watching Welcome to Derry?
Oh, yeah. We're covering it on Squawking Dead.
Are you really?
Oh, yeah.
I need to join you for this because
Yeah.
holy,
Text Dave. Text Dave. Because we're down.
holy.
We have Rob. Rob has been on, but we're down Sharon D because, you know, she's not going to watch it because it's not her thing. Durga said, yes, I wasn't going to ask, but devil in disguise. Okay. We'll come back to that. Okay. All right. Jenny Richardson. This was published 3 days ago. She writes these right after the episodes air. Or she releases them. I'm sure she writes them ahead of time because she has screeners because she's much more professional than we are. After 7 episodes, High Potential has officially wrapped up the first half of its second season. What? And I already can't wait for it to return in the spring. The mid-season 2 finale, The One That Got Away, introduces a new case that will continue in the back half of the season. Morgan and the rest of Major Crimes team investigate the case of a stolen painting, which, as Morgan points out, is a change of pace for them. As it turns out, yeah, because we've been dealing with murder mainly, or attempted murder, basically.
Mm-hmm.
As it turns out, though, this stolen painting is only the tip of the iceberg, and there's a much larger conspiracy at play that they have yet to uncover. The episode is a suspenseful and thrilling one that sets up some intense and dangerous storylines alongside some compelling emotional conflict. It moves the Roman Sincera mystery along as well, and although I would have preferred that Roman be introduced by now,
Mm-hmm.
I think the payoff is going to be worth it. I'm so curious as to who's going to play him.
Me too.
But I don't want to look it up because I don't want to know. Okay. When a Rembrandt worth $22 million is stolen from a local museum, Morgan and Karadak are brought in to investigate. As it turns out, the painting was lent to the museum by a couple named the Fosters, Linda and Greg, who are concerned about its whereabouts. Morgan realizes that there are way more expensive paintings at the museum, so it was stolen for personal reasons, not for money. An art recovery specialist, Reese Eastman, is brought in on behalf of the Foster's insurance company to help Major Crimes recover the painting. Morgan, Karadak, and Reese go to see the Fosters together, and Reese tells them that he believes the thief will end up calling him to sell the painting where he can get it back. Yeah, I wonder why. Aluminum oxide was found at the crime scene and another years before. So Major Crime realizes that this could be a serial thief known by a potentially fake name, Jean Baptiste. Daphne learns that someone named Ari Weissman had sued for the Rembrandt, claiming to be the rightful owner. And Ari's grandmother, Miriam, and her father bought that painting for her family. Miriam's family was killed in the Holocaust, and the painting was stolen from them. When Karadak tells Morgan that they can't solve the theft of the original painting from Miriam, she follows Reese to the roof of the museum where he's supposed to meet someone who has the painting. There is nobody there to meet him when he and Morgan arrive, but the museum director gives him an envelope that was left for him with a location, a time, and a request for $500,000. When Morgan returns to the station, though, Wagner unfairly berates her in front of the entire station. She absolutely should have checked in with Karadak before going, but Wagner is unnecessarily harsh, proving once again why we can't like or trust him. I don't know, Jenny. I think you're reading into the obvious. Okay? I think it's a little too obvious. He wants to be Morgan's friend and love interest, yet he also wants to be able to play the boss by getting way too involved with Major Crimes and yelling at Morgan in front of everyone. He then takes Karadak with him to go to the ransom location, which is definitely not his job as captain. Amen. That is weird. That part is weird. Leaving Morgan behind, cool down with Reese over drinks. And while waiting at the ransom location, Karadak warns Wagner not to speak to Morgan like that again. And then Wagner tries to manipulate Karadak into telling him the details of Roman's case. Now, India, I will give you that. That was sus. That was big sus. Which definitely makes him look even guiltier. Karadak and Wagner's trip to the going rogue and letting his ego ruin everything. Also, who was in the car?
Oh
Who's in
yeah.
the car? Who was in the car? So there's a second person.
See, I have thought for some reason that the guy, the I can't remember names, but the art man has
Reese.
some
Yep.
kind of partner. I've been thinking like that he has some kind of partner.
Yeah.
And
Whoa. I was frozen. I was frozen for a second. Okay. I think I'm back.
you said second guy, and that reminded me that I for some
Careful.
reason I have that feeling about him.
Okay, keep going. Keep going. About Wagner or Reese, about Reese. We are
About
freezing, like, bad.
Reese. Yeah.
Let me worry bad. Okay. I fix this. My screen is frozen. I can't do anything. Shoot. All right, I'm gonna get back in. I forgot about this. Last week I had to pull up every article and everything on my phone. Can y'all hear me? Nope. Nope. Oh my god. So irritating. Oh, and we lost Akira. Okay. And now? Uh-oh. Okay. I think we might be okay now again. Hold on. We're frozen bad. Okay, I'm giving it a second to catch up. I think we might be okay.
Oh, you can see me again.
Yeah. Yeah. You're back on. You're back on.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're unfrozen. I think we're unfrozen now. Oh my goodness, that was really rough. Okay. Wow. Remember last week when I had to pull up everything on my phone? You have to do that again. I can't. It's like if I pull up an article on my computer, like freezes everything. I don't know why. Okay, anyway. Let's move on. She's back. She's back. Hi, Kira.
Hello.
Oh, and now we can see her. Okay. All right, let's get back into where we were. Okay. Sorry. You were cutting out so much, Takira, while you're trying to tell us about Reese. That's why I was like, what are you talking about? But I was freezing so much, I was trying to fix it at the same time and it wasn't working. Anyway. All right, we'll come back to it.
Okay.
We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. Okay. So okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I lost my spot in the article because I had to switch to where I was. Okay, berates her in front of everybody. Goes to cool down. Okay, here we go. All right. Mostly due to Wagner going rogue and letting his ego ruin everything. At the bar, Reese opens up to Morgan about being bullied growing up and how art made him feel like everyone else. See, compelling backstory also makes me feel like that's why I think he's actually a good guy. And he's like doing it for like a good reason, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They later go up to his hotel room and make out until Morgan realizes that Reese is the art thief. At that exact moment, Karadek calls her to tell her that a dead body was found at the museum. So Reese, very well, may be more dangerous than he lets on, and he's probably not working alone. Obviously, Jenny, he can't be working alone. Someone was driving the car. At this,
So is there a team, you think?
there must be.
Because I was trying to say, like, very quickly, I forgot to mention earlier, very quickly, I started going, oh, he has a partner.
He must. He must. Okay.
But no, now that I'm thinking about it again, I'm like, okay, maybe there's actually a team.
Maybe. Oh, it's like a leverage situation. Interesting. I also really love that show.
Me too.
Christian Kane, what a babe. At the start of the episode, Arthur calls Morgan to tell her that he's being followed since giving her Roman's backpack. He warns her to be careful, but she gives the backpack to Selena and asks her to figure out the meaning of the things inside. Morgan decides to keep the investigation to just the 4 people at Major Crime she can trust. So Selena gets Daphne and Oz to help her. Most of the contents of the backpack are a dead end, but they do find a match with a photo of a man. Ava finds Arthur's business card in Morgan's room and calls to ask him about Roman. He says that they should have a sit down at the diner at some point with Morgan about Roman after Ava has her permission, but he also tells Ava what a great person Roman is. Durga. Durga says Christian Kane is such a babe. He really is. He really is. Later, Arthur finds a man waiting for him in his car who threatens him about the backpack. And it's the very same man from the photos. That's the credit. That's the acting credit of John Piper Ferguson. That's why there was that acting credit in there. Like the season 1 finale, the mid-season 2 finale ends with a twist related to the Roman case and the first part of what will be a continuing case. Reese doesn't seem nearly as evil as the game maker, but he's clearly willing to do a lot to get what he wants, and his motives have yet to be revealed. It's an intense and shocking end to the first half of the season, and I look forward to getting some answers and finally meeting Roman when High Potential returns in 2026. Okay, so hold on, because India did leave some comments, but we were so frozen I couldn't see anything. So hold on. Let me get back to that. So, all right. So India says at first didn't care about the case that much until the elderly woman that hurt my heart. Truly, I did not care at all. I was like, the Fosters suck, and good thing your painting's gone. That's horrible. I don't know them.
There's so much else going on that, like, yeah.
It was well, and we're all dying to know more about the Roman case. So it's like this
Mhm.
other stuff is kind of like, yeah, whatever. Like get out of the way. I want to see Mekhi Phifer. Okay. India says she just read an article of the episode with the showrunner, and it looks like Reese might be a red herring too. Ooh. I like it. I like it. Also saw another article said Morgan will get burned in a major way and that season 2B gets really crazier and messier right off the bat. Well, that seems to be the case because when we left season 1 and we got that game maker two-parter that went into season 2, that was it was just bam, 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 everything was just happening.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that we got another one like that. I honestly, I liked this episode so much. I was like, who directed this? Was it James Roday? It wasn't. It wasn't. But it almost felt like it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed this episode. Okay, so now we know what's happened. We've talked about some of our theories. Okay. Kira, you haven't been around. So what do you think? What do you think about the last couple episodes?
Um, I'm trying to remember.
Have you been watching each week? Are you excited to watch each
Yeah,
week? Yeah.
I've been
Okay.
watching each week, yep. So when it actually pops up on my Hulu, I ignore it until, like, Wednesday or Thursday
Okay.
because I don't want to watch it too soon. I
Yeah.
don't even know what day it pops up, but it seems to pop up kinda
I think
early.
it's Wednesday because it airs Tuesday nights. Yeah.
Okay. But, I have been I feel like her daughter about Roman.
Mm,
Like, I am, like, chomping at the bit to figure this storyline out, and I'm like, "Okay, so they have me right where they want me then, probably."
yeah. Yeah.
And if the rest of us feel like that, then they're doing a great job right now.
Yeah. It's exciting.
I love just everything, like the partner dynamic, and then the starting to become friends dynamic, and then the like it's like they want to give her a love interest, but they don't want it to be him.
So that's interesting.
So who
India just said she feels like Karadec and Morgan could be a slow burn. And I could see that, but part of me kind of likes that they're not. But yeah, they
Yeah,
gave
me
her
too.
Tom, and then they immediately took Tom away.
Mhm.
So they do want to give her some sort of love interest, and why it's not Tom, I don't know, because I loved him. And I'm sad that he left to be a nurse somewhere else. But whatever, Tom. Whatever. And Reese could now be that for her, but he's not going to stay around. Even
Yeah,
if
he's
he's a red
not.
herring, even if he's a red herring, he's still not going to stay around because he has to travel for work.
Mhm.
And the thing with Morgan is that she's been very clear that she has a hard time with relationships because her brain goes like too fast. And what it kind of reminds me of is like, okay, okay. I'm going to get really nerdy here for a second. This is like comic book stuff. So, Quicksilver, right? From Marvel Comics,
Mhm.
Quicksilver, like mutant, typically storyline, related to Scarlet Witch, as we all know. Quicksilver is like an a-hole, and that's canon. Okay, that's canon. And I've talked to my husband about it because my husband's read a lot more comics than I have. And so I'm like, why is he like that? Like, he's such a douche. And he's like, well, he's written to be that way. I was like, why? Like, why would you write a character that's like supposed to be like a good guy to be that way? And he was like, well, he can travel so quickly that he spends his entire life slowed down. And that's annoying to him. That he can't like go at the speed that he wants to. Everyone else is like so slow. And it kind of reminds me of that. It's like that mentality that like no one else can keep up with her.
Mhm.
So it's like you're always like slowing yourself down, dumbing yourself down for other people, and how exhausting that must be to not just be able to be you.
That was kinda like moving from Jersey to Alabama, nothing to do with intelligence, but to do with actual speed.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, everyone is literally slower there.
Yeah, yeah,
And it drove me insane
yeah.
for the longest time until I realized that life is nice at a slower pace.
Yeah, it is. It can be. See, I live in the South currently. I've lived elsewhere. I wouldn't say living in the Midwest was any faster. But I've been to New York and I've seen how fast it is. And everyone is constantly on edge because they're like always like so like desperate to like get somewhere.
Yeah.
And that to me feels exhausting, like living the life that I live now. But I could see that it would be annoying. But here's my real issue. Then don't move from there down here and come and tell me what's what. Okay? Don't do that. We don't like it.
Oh, I never said anything to anyone. I just internally was very
Oh
frustrated
my
for a
gosh,
long
it's
time.
all I see on Nextdoor constantly is like people like, "Don't you guys know how to zipper merge?" Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, "Okay, zipper merging isn't a thing here, so stop, stop." I talk trash about New York people moving to North Carolina constantly on Squawking Dead, constantly.
I mean, it's possible that I was in the supermarket with an annoyed look on my face, but I mean, I just stood there. Like, I'm not gonna mess someone else's day up because I'm annoyed about something.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My mother-in-law. I made the public announcement today. My mother-in-law is leaving. A lot of messages on my post. I'm just trying to like them so she knows that I saw it. So she doesn't feel like I'm ignoring it. Okay. All right. um yeah, so okay. So, Captain Wagner, possibly a red herring. Reese, possibly a red herring. What is real even on the show? What is even real?
This show's screwing me up because there has to be like a bad guy somewhere. But like the people that they keep bringing in, like this is this is half of Kev and V again,
Yeah,
but
I
the other
know.
half.
I
And
know. I know. It's
so
crazy. I love that.
it's possible that that's why I'm kind of on his side when it comes to certain things because I'm biased.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel that way too. I feel that way too. Um, so that's not really fair of me. But we haven't been really given we've been given information to question what he's doing and who he
Mhm.
is. I haven't been giving enough information to yet feel that he is bad in some way.
Right.
That's how I feel about it. Do I think that he's a hothead? 100%. Do I think that
Mhm.
he's overly involved and overstepping in his job?
Mhm.
100%. Do I necessarily think that he's doing it for a bad reason? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Okay. India says, okay, so India, I didn't tell you this because we haven't really been able to talk here, but India said that she's doing like a found rewatch series. She wants to do it. She wants to do it on X, like on the
Mhm.
spaces. I told her to reach out to you because I was like, tell Kira and she'll like promote your stuff, I'm sure, if you like make a post. Um,
1000%.
she is wondering if there should be a timing limit, a timing range or limit in it, or just let it flow. I personally would put a limit on it.
Mhm.
Um, like an hour is like probably a good place to start, depending on like how into it you want to go. So if you want to get like really into it, you could go to up to like 2 hours. Or if it's like going to be fast, then you could go like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. But I cap every show we do around like an hour typically, because anything beyond that, I feel like one, either we're repeating ourselves typically. If it's like a really good episode, we have a lot to talk about, like we can go longer. That we have. But I don't know. When I sit down to listen to something, listening to something that's an hour and a half to 2 hours long is kind of like a big ask.
It
Yeah.
depends. It's so weird how it just really depends. Like I can enjoy like to sit to listen to a 60 or 90-minute podcast, but
Yeah.
like I refuse to even attempt to start it if I know I do not have that 60 or 90 minutes to finish.
See, and I'll listen to it, but I'll listen to it to and from work. And so I'm only listening to it in my car.
Mhm.
That makes sense because I have 30 minutes back and forth. So so I'm okay with like pausing something and coming back to it later. But for a space on X, that's not
Eh,
really gonna work.
right.
So you might want to cap just because it's hard to get people to commit to that amount of time. Um,
So we went a little crazy when The Ones Who Live came out. I was on multiple podcasts, multiple
yeah, girl,
spaces.
you were everywhere.
I had the blog going. I did
Mhm.
everything. So we would release a podcast episode, release a blog, and then after the episode, go on spaces.
Mhm.
And there was no time limit, and we would be on that spaces sleep
Mm.
because they would just keep going and going and going.
Yeah,
So it
probably
is,
best to cap.
yeah.
Especially if it's at night. Especially if it's at night. And you wanna open it up to people, but, like, the thing is, like, you might get someone in your space who ends up, like, really commandeering the conversation, and you
Mhm.
don't wanna give them an endless platform to speak
Mhm.
necessarily. So, sometimes it's best to be like, "Oh, well, we're only gonna be on for an hour, so, like, I'm gonna have to cut you off to let somebody else talk." Kinda gives you that, like, out to be, because it can be uncomfortable with especially when you're trying to, like, build a platform. It'd be
I mean, you
uncomfortable to tell
can,
people, like, you don't agree with them or that you don't like
right.
what they're talking about or whatever. That can be really uncomfortable. So setting time limits kinda helps you to be able to, like, stop that from going on for too long.
And then if you have a certain amount of people in the spaces, it makes it easier for you to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna cap, like, comments to 90 seconds or something."
Yeah, yeah.
Just Just to make sure that everyone who wants to speak gets a chance to speak, you could
Yeah.
say something like that.
I think that's a good idea. Okay, so all right, she said, "Good to know. I still got to talk out the details with my friend on about spaces because we did one on Instagram, but it was pretty small. Is there a simpler function on Instagram?
I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize either. Or did you guys just go live? I have
Oh,
no
maybe they
idea.
just went live.
I am hardly ever on social media, honestly, other than TikTok. TikTok sucks up all my time because I learned so much. And also the comments are top tier. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
There is no funnier place than the comments of a TikTok. They've got me rolling constantly about the stupidest stuff. Uh okay, we went on live. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a way you can do it. I know we had originally talked about doing spaces because we like weren't sure if your friend wanted to be on camera and stuff like that. I spaces I feel like you'll be more successful on spaces. I don't know why. I just feel like you will be for
The way
films.
they do
I don't know that you'll
spaces,
be able to do it like as successfully on Instagram.
um, like they'll broadcast your spaces to whoever you and your friend are friends with. And then
Mhm.
if anyone reposts it, then it'll end up at the top of a lot of people's pages just as an option for if they want to like try something new. Because I
Yeah.
see it all the time on mine.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Okay, well, sorry, that got us off track, but I'm glad you're asking because if we can help, I want to. Okay, India also said the showrunner also said that he told Steve, who plays Nick, that people will be on edge and not trusting of his character. Well, I think we can all agree that that has been the case.
And I feel like, did that now make him play the role more sus than he would have?
Maybe, like, a little more gruff.
Mhm.
But he has a backstory that he has a lot of demons. See, and I'd be interested to know more about it. We've gotta, like, really crack into that character yet. We really haven't. It's all been very surface level stuff.
Initially, I just thought it was gonna be like, oh, like, he's interested in her, but after
I did too. Excuse me. I
like,
did too.
definitely after this episode, I'm like, "No, it's something beyond that."
It's like he might be,
Right,
but also is there a bigger reason that you're there?
right.
You know? So there's a little I don't know. There's something about it that's kind of I'm just not sure, which is why I'm not ready to be like, "Oh, he's a jerk." Like, I'm just not ready to
Mhm.
say that yet. Just not ready to say it. I will. If he is a jerk, I will say it. I promise. But I'm just not quite there yet. Okay. All right. Well, we are getting close to our end time here. Is there anything that you want to talk about before we leave, Kira?
Uh, so much happened in this episode that I feel like
Mm.
I'm missing something, but I don't know.
Well, we talked about Ava and Arthur. And obviously there's Arthur being held by like this guy at the end of the episode. But we don't know who that
Mhm.
guy is other than
Right.
Roman had a picture of him and that he wants to know where Roman's backpack is. So there's something in the backpack that is worth
Mhm.
while or connects him to something. But we don't know anything else and so there's nothing really to talk about.
Have we ever talked about how much of an odd couple I think her and the kid's dad is?
Oh,
Or they
Ludo?
were? Yeah.
Ludo? Yeah, it's an unusual pairing. He's nice and he's kind. Um, he had a job, but she says, and also, okay, I'm very sad. What happened to the neighbor? What happened to the neighbor? He disappeared in the first season. It's like he was on the pilot, and when they tested it with audiences, the audiences didn't like him or something because they just wrote him out.
Oh, how do you have a neighbor and then he just completely disappeared?
He used to watch the kids. What the heck happened to him?
Yeah.
Anyway, when she's talking to him in the first episode, she states, like, because he says, I think his name was Frank or something. He says that he misses Ludo. And she says, you know, that Ludo couldn't handle me. And I think that was really part of it, is that Ludo's like, it seems like a really gentle guy.
Yeah.
And I think Morgan, I could see Morgan really steamrolling him all the time. And so that's just not going to work. You know, like Ludo deserves better. She deserves better. Like nobody deserves that.
Do we
So it
know
makes
who broke up
sense.
with who? Because I feel
No,
like he still would have tried to be with her and she probably was like, no.
this isn't working for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it could have been. India says Amira, who plays Ava, also did say the Roman reveal won't drag out. It will be answered. So hopefully we'll get answers in the second half of season.
I don't know what's wrong with me and like I know Ava and let's see. Karadek, of course. But like the names of this show are escaping me. I don't know if it's like so many characters
There's a
that
lot of
it's just
characters, and we had to binge watch season 1. So there wasn't
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
time. But I am sad to say that Garrett Dillon Hunt has still not been back.
Right, what is happening?
I don't know. I don't know. Um okay, Indy also says the dynamic of Ludo and Morgan is definitely odd but kind of cool. And
Yeah, no,
also
I
we
like
haven't
it.
seen Ludo in a while either.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him. I mean, he's around because they mention him, but we haven't seen him in a while. Not since the end of season 1.
For a little while I thought like, oh, are they gonna try to put them back together? Because don't do
Mm,
that.
yeah, maybe they thought about it, but no, it's not going that way now.
Mhm.
And also they did tease that we might see Nick's family in 2B since he is sort of a nepo baby. Well,
Mm.
I think that I don't know. There's some interesting stuff there because it's like Soto didn't receive the promotion because she hired Morgan, but then the person that comes in is like a nepo baby. So it's like, is that really the reason, or was that just the reason that they came up with so that he could get the job?
Mhm.
And was he vying for that job because he knew that Morgan was there? And if so, why?
And then like even like she's helping them solve cases. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, like why he would be mad that she was hired? Or
Mhm.
why anybody would be mad that she's hired?
Right.
She's obviously increased the arrest record.
Mhm.
Clearly. They have found a guilty person, the guilty person, in every single episode. We've not
Yep.
been left with a cliffhanger. She found the game maker. He was arrested.
Mhm.
He's gonna get out, obviously. He's coming back. They hired too high of a profile of an actor for him not to
Yeah.
come back. India says she agrees with you, Kira, but we're a little delayed, so I don't know what that's in reference to. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired.
Same.
I'm so tired. Yeah, she has some she's saying yeah, she has some unorthodox methods, but she gets the job done. Like
Mhm.
why? Hi, Meatloaf 69.
Oh,
Oh, nothing like a
goodness.
troll from Twitch. I love it. I love it. You know what? I've made it. I've made it. That means I've made it. India says she just doesn't appreciate the hostility towards Morgan. I mean, I don't
No,
either.
yeah. I don't either.
But see, that's what makes me so frustrated when she does break the rules, because I'm like, you're making it worse for yourself and also
Yeah.
for the people who hired you. Please just go by the book. I know that you don't want to. I know that you like know the answer and it's like so easy or whatever, and you're not a cop. But like if you're gonna play in this world, you have to follow their rules. It's just how it's gonna work.
I feel like eventually they're gonna try to put her into some type of position that actually starts to hold her accountable for these things that she keeps doing that
Yeah.
she's not supposed to.
I was so disappointed by the fact that she like did something stupid with Reese in this episode.
The regression was,
I know.
yeah.
The second she was like, "Oh," and like popped out her little nail file, I was like, "No. No. You're better than this." Um all right. Well, yeah, okay. So before we get off of this live, what the heck are we doing now? Cuz
Yeah,
this
this
isn't
is
coming back till
crazy.
January. We've got 2 months.
I am obsessed with Welcome to Derry. I just had to let you know. I watched part 1 and 2 again. I started rereading the book, and I started rewatching the miniseries as well. Like, I'm
Oh,
back
okay.
obsessed.
Okay. I mean, it's
It's
good. It is good.
it's like, so, I've known this story since I was 8 years old. It was the first story that I decided to read. It was like I really took this task on because the thickness of this book is quite insane. Okay,
I
it's
know.
1,000 pages. I read this at 8 years old,
Yeah.
and it's just the story has just capped. No matter how many times they remade it and did all this stuff, the story was capped at a certain spot. And it's
Mhm.
like 35 years later,
We're getting a
and I
prequel.
get more
This is crazy.
information. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So the second episode is out already today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
airing early. I'm gonna
yeah.
try to watch it tonight before I go to bed, but hard to watch it at night because then I stay awake because then I'm like, like in bed, like what just happened. But I do want to watch it. Okay, so we have 2 months essentially until this show comes back. Probably not even because it's gonna be like it's not gonna be the first week of January. Um, Andy is watching Stumble or Tumble on NBC with Jen Lyon. And she's also watching Welcome to Derry.
Yes.
Um, she'll be watching both episodes on Sunday with my sister and cousin. Okay, so you haven't started it yet, or you have. Um, I am thinking for Durga's sake because Durga has stuck with us and attended 2 shows in which she has not watched the episodes for. We could do Devil in Disguise. We
Now
could do
let me
Devil in
see what
Disguise.
this is.
Yeah. It's well, it's true crime based. You're gonna love it.
Yes.
You're gonna love it. I think it's Ed Gein. Am I wrong?
Oh, John Wayne
It's
Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy. That's right. That's right. It's John Wayne Gacy, not Ed Gein. Ed Gein's the other one that just came out. Okay. Hold on. How many episodes are
Oh, it
there?
just started.
There's
Did they
only
release
6
all the
episodes. This is the
episodes
whole thing?
or
Yeah, I know. That I'm trying to figure out. Devil in Disguise. Okay. 1 season. Okay. I'm sorry.
oh, they
Durga
did
says
release all the episodes.
Durga says, "I'm sorry. My mom just sent pictures of the kids in the family's costumes, and one of my little cousins asked to be Jesus for Halloween. And I don't know where they found this costume, but the beard is horrible." That's hilarious. That's so funny. I love that so much. Um, oh, India said she saw the trailer and it gave her the heebie-jeebies.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm okay with covering this, but here's what I would propose. Okay, there's 8 episodes. I do not want to do this for 8 weeks. What if we did 4 weeks of 2 episodes? And what if we take next week off? We'll have to spread it out because there's holidays in between. So hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Bear with me for a second. If we take off next week, we could do the next 2 weeks in a row and then take off again for Thanksgiving. And then do the 12th and the 19th. That would get us through all the episodes and we would be done before Christmas. What do you think about that? Because
We
I
can do
can't do the
that.
5th. I have an event on the 5th, so I can't do the 5th, of December. But I could do the 14th, the 21st, and then the 12th and the 19th. I am also ready for season 5 of Stranger Things.
I need to catch up. I had started catching up, and then so many other things came out.
I know,
So
I know.
I'm so
yeah.
far
It's
behind.
the pain. It's the pain of podcasting. Okay. All right. So here's the deal. Durga will do The Devil in Disguise, but we're going to take some breaks in between. That gives us more than a couple weeks off in between too, so it'll make the load a little bit easier, and we don't have to do 2 separate shows each week. So this will be easier to
Yeah.
begin with.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So you heard it here first, folks. Next week we're off. We're not coming back next week. We will not see you the first Friday of November. But we will come back the following week, November 14th. November 14th. And we will come back at 7 p.m. I'm going to throw this under Limited Series Lounge because it is a short show. It's a limited series. So I'm going to throw it under there, under that moniker. But we are only going to do the 7 p.m. show, obviously, because High Potential is not going to be on. So we'll do the 7th, the 14th. Nope, I'm sorry. We'll do the 14th and the 21st, and then the 12th and the 19th of December. We'll cover the whole show. Durga, you better be here. You better be. All right. So we'll do that. Okay. We will do that. We will do John Wayne Gacy. I hate it already. I hate it. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. And I'm watching Welcome to Derry at the same time. Kill me. This is horrible. Anyway. Okay.
I watched episode 1 5 times.
Oh my God. You and Rachel need to talk. She watched it like 4 times already. And she took notes. Okay. We're going to wrap up tonight. I love you guys. Thank you for being here, Durga and India and Marcus. Marcus was here at the beginning. We love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so sad that this show is going on hiatus for a while, but it's okay.
Right.
We will be back. In the meantime, you will see us in a couple weeks to do this crazy thing. This crazy thing. India says I'll stop by, but I don't think I'll watch it. But anything for y'all. Thank you. So we'll do this. We're doing this for Durga because Durga's been one of our ride or dies. So we'll do it for her. We will. But we love y'all. Thank you for being here.
Love you guys
so much. And I'm so glad that Kira was here because finally we got to talk about High Potential. I'm so glad. But we love you guys, and we will see you in 2 weeks for something completely different. All right. Good night, everybody.